boy FC back at it. And man, this is part two. I was just on a live showing respect to little Ronnie and his little angel. But this is my actually my first art tutorial on YouTube. I'm just gonna introduce myself aloud for at least a couple of people to come up in here. So I'm gonna dedicate my first art tutorial on YouTube to that little girl and her dad, little Ronnie and his little baby girl. So, um, and once again, if not too many people come in, it's fine. You guys could always catch it on a replay. Once again, it's your boy FC, and we're about to get busy, man. I'm gonna do something real simple, and I guess the end result, I kind of want to have a little heart here, kind of like a heart right here, and break it down real quick. The heart could symbolize half of the heart. No, what? Let me. What I was gonna say is half of the heart could be the daughter, and the other half could be the dad. So it's kind of like two halves of one of the same. Two halves of the same. So basically, all right. So once again, it's your boy FC. Yeah, I'm an artist, and I'm gonna dedicate once again my first art tutorial on YouTube to this situation. And reason being, I'm a dad, and that story really touched me, and it's one of those stories that everybody's talking about it from all over the world. So anyway, before I start, let me pour out a little, one more color, and then we get started. This is not gonna be long. It's not gonna be long, but it's gonna be interesting. Hopefully, I get some people up in here. If not, I'm sure they'll appreciate this piece. I want to dedicate this to a baby girl. Well, anyway, what we're gonna do is we're gonna bring out the big brush because I want this to move fast. I don't want to sit here and waste too much time. I'm gonna wet our brush. I'm gonna try to do it in a way where I'm not blocking the camera too much so you guys can see what's taking place. And once again, for those who's just now coming in, I'm gonna dedicate my first art tutorial to Ronnie and his daughter. And once again, I'm not gonna be a hypocrite. I don't know these people, but at the same time, these are still our people. You know what I'm saying? So anyway, let's get started, y'all. Let's get started. I mean, the end result is gonna be real nice, bro. The end result is gonna be real nice. I'm confident you guys really gonna enjoy this. So we're just gonna add a little white all over. Real simple, real simple nature scene. I kind of want some water on there because water symbolizes purification, cleansing. We're gonna add a little white, and then now, let's get busy, and then we're gonna add some colors. First thing I'm gonna do is start with some, let's see how this come together. All right, and once again, I'm dedicating my first art tutorial to those who made the transition. And then, the best part about this piece? It's gonna be so simple, man. I'm talking about real, real simple. Real, real, real simple. Now I'm gonna wash the brush because you don't want yellow and blue to come together. I'm not even paying attention to the screen, so I'm not sure who's in, who's out. It really doesn't matter, man. I'm doing this from the heart, and this is my way of showing appreciation to help that little girl live on. You know what I mean? And just add a little blue on top. And then what we're gonna do now is instead of going down, I'm gonna mix the colors up. So I'm gonna do away with this big brush. The brush is huge. We're gonna switch over to this little bad boy right here. And then we're just gonna bring everything together. We're gonna bring everything together. Something like that. Wipe off the, now I have to wash the brush. And just remember, blue and yellow make green. You don't want a green sky. You know what I'm saying? So let's mix this up real good. And once again, shout out to baby girl. Like I said, I don't know you, but you're in heaven now. Look at this, a pretty little sky. And we're gonna do the same thing in the bottom. Do the same thing in the bottom. Same thing in the bottom. Give me, I'm splashing paint all over the place. Same thing in the bottom. The yellow, and then grab a little bit of red. Add that in the bottom, and a little blue. But for the blue, I am gonna add a little green because I kind of want like a turquoise, like kind of water. I know some of y'all have been to the Keys before, and then I've seen some turquoise water, and that's really pretty. You know what I'm saying? That looks really nice. Notice I stopped before I got to the yellow because I don't want the blue to be too green up in here. So we're gonna wash our brush, and what I do is I squeeze out a little bit, and I'm gonna grab a little white because what I want to do right now is see lighten this area up right now. Lighten this up. I want a little bit more white, a little bit more white. So we're gonna go up this way first. Wipe my brush, a little bit more white, and then come back down this way. See what I'm saying? Just make it real nice and pretty. Don't go back up because you're gonna bring the dark into the light, and you don't want that. And so far, this is what we have. And once again, I'm dedicating this my first art tutorial to little Ronnie and that little angel. And I'm gonna keep repeating this. I don't know them, but guess what, guys? Those are still our people. You know what I mean? So um, we're gonna put so remember, the end result is going to be a heart, and that heart is dedicated to both of them. And then we'll add a little wings on the heart, kind of like they going to heaven, something like that. You know. But first, let's um, let's work out some details. Work out some details. First thing I'm gonna do is grab my little knife. Little knife. I'm gonna add a little mountain effect here. Then you go across, come right here. Add a little mountain effect here. A little mountain effect here. Now, I'm gonna wipe that knife, put it away, and I'm gonna come with this brush right here, this little flat brush, and kind of like a flat brush. Just make a little detail all the way across, a little flat brush, and then your brush is still gonna be, now wipe the brush so we can smooth out the bottom a little bit. I'm gonna smooth out the bottom a little bit, smooth out the bottom a little bit. See, the bottom is getting smooth, but the trick is you got to keep wiping your brush to take some of that excess paint off. See, something like that, something real simple. Now, try to get that brush to be as dry as possible, and then boom, smooth out the bottom. See what I mean? Smooth out the bottom, and then what we're gonna do is take a little bit of black, and we're gonna repeat the same thing in the bottom. And kind of a little same thing, something like that. And then come up, that, smooth it out, and then smooth it out, smooth it out. All right. So what I'm gonna do is now is wash the brush. We're gonna try to make this a quick one, but I really don't care, man. This one is dedicated to that little baby girl. Once again, I have a daughter myself, and I'm a family man, and I hate to see things like that happen, and that's one of the main reasons why I'm jumping on doing this. This is my pleasure. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna use that heart. We're not gonna center it. We're gonna kind of put it here. We're gonna use that heart as the light source. So remember, we trying to send them up into heaven, and we're gonna use the heart as the light source. So now what I'm gonna do is with this knife here, just grab a little bit of white, just a tiny bit of yellow on it, a little bit of white, tiny bit of yellow, and then remember our light source is coming from that side. And then we're just gonna add a little detail, just scribble some details, you know. It had to be perfect. Remember, this is a quick piece. Although it's a quick piece, it's still coming from a pure place. And then come on this side, add a little detail, you know, just to bring this thing to life. And then you're gonna grab that same color, add it in the bottom, just to add, you know, a little flavor to this. You know, same color, add it in the bottom, add a little flavor. So basically, what's taking place is if the source of light is here, you know, this side of the mountain is going to be lighter, you know, and take a little bit more brighter color, and then bring it here, and then I'm gonna take a little bit of white. You know, I'm gonna just, just scribble some white right here, some more white. Uh-oh, let's take it. I gotta take my time because I want this to look nice. I'm just grabbing a piece of napkin. Bear with me. I have everything within reach. All I'm doing is wiping my knife so I could come back and do a better job with the water. I'm just adding all those details in advance because the water, add some more of that color. And make sure when you add these type of detail that they're straight. All right, we're gonna do away with that and grab a small little flat brush like this. Small little flat brush like this. Make sure it's clean. And you kind of want to like, it's, you know, just touch it up a little bit. Touch it up. Bring everything together. Make everything look good. You know, something like that. Something like that. Now, here's what we're gonna do. What I'm trying to do now, I need to push all of this back. See what's going on here. Oh, let's take this out. We don't need that in there. Now what we're gonna do is with a clean brush, just go up. Just gonna add little details here and there. So it could look like little trees from a distance. See something like that. And come right here. You know, something like this. You see what I mean? Swipe up. It looks like little trees from a distance. All right. Now let's bring some. All right. What I'm gonna do now is we're gonna take some dark colors. Take some red, blue. Add a little black to it. So red, blue. Add a little black to it. Or maybe a little purple. Mix it all up. Lighten it up with a little white. You know, we're gonna add a little foothill right here, something like that. A foothill. We're gonna darken it up a little bit. A foothill right here. Foothill. Foothill. And we're gonna add another one right here on this side. There's a little hill right here because I want to add some bushes and trees and stuff. So put one here in the back, something like that. You know, something like this. Once you get see that line right here, once you get that shape, you just fill everything in. It doesn't matter what color you add as long as it's dark, you know, something like that, right? I mean, so far so good. So far so good. And at some point we'll add a rock. We'll make it nice. We'll make it nice. Now what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna get started with the heart. I'm gonna get started with the heart. There's a reason why I'm doing that. I'm gonna get started with the heart. By the time I get to the end, it'll be dry, and then I have to add the final details. And once again, guys, whoever's in the building, thank you for joining me. My name is FC. Francois Canvas is a platform where I promote creativity. Now, we're going to add a little white. Make sure your brush is clean. And take a little white. And then I'm pretty much going to kind of like make a little space right here. A little space right here. You're going to go out. Go out. And you're going to come back up. And then wipe your brush. And then kind of like spread the color real nice. Something like that. A little bright color. Now, what I'm gonna do real quick now, while I'm working with the sky, now we're gonna need a little bit of red. Yeah, purple, add a little purple to it. Throw a little black on that bad boy. So that's gonna be the shadow. And then all I'm gonna do is just add a little cloud formation. Just create some clouds. Add the shadow first. And then add a little cloud right here. And maybe a little bitty right here. And then go back to that same color. Maybe a little cloud on this side. And a little cloud on this side. You know? And a tiny bit on that side. And that's it. Now, you're going to clean your brush. Highlight the cloud. I mean, to highlight the cloud is really simple. All you're going to do is take a little bit of red. A little bit of red and white. A little bit of red and white. All you need. Red and white. And then you're just going to add some details to this. Red and white. Don't waste no time. Some details to this. Just give it a look. A little bit of white right here. Something like that to this effect. And then you might want to wipe the brush. You're not washing it. You're just taking the excess paint off. Take a little bit of white and red. A little bit of white and red. I hope my voice is projecting right. Hey man, don't worry, man. In the future, my setup is gonna look crazy. Since I just started, sometimes you gotta crawl before you walk. Now, with a clean brush, check it out. With a clean brush. Once again, shout out to baby girl. This is my way of saying for them to live on, and that's just my way of doing things. Right? With a clean brush, with the edge of the brush, you're just gonna kind of like just smooth everything out, make it come together. See? Something like that. And wipe the brush as you go along. See? Something like that. And then you come here, you do the same thing. And once again, this is my first YouTube tutorial. And I didn't anticipate it for it to play out like this, but like once again I'm saying this is dedicated to little baby girl. Now let's add a little we're gonna add a little tree. I don't know who's watching, who's not watching. Once again, it really doesn't matter to me right now. As long as I get this piece done, that's all I care about. There's a little blue, a little white, tiny bit of blue and white, and do a little shadow on the back here. A little blue and white, a shadow on the back here, something like this effect. Something like that. Wipe the brush. I'll probably have to use this one. I got tons of brush here. Now, we need to kind of like find a way to smooth out this little bottom area. And like break up the paint a little bit. You don't want anything rough because it's from a distance, so I want to smooth it out. The same thing here, the bottom, smooth it out, and like bring it all together. Something to this effect, something like that. Now, take a little bit of how do you say that? I'll take a little bit of I have so many brushes here, so I'm gonna use a bigger brush because I'm trying to move fast. Take a little bit of green and black, a little bit of green and black, and just kind of like green and black. Add a little green on this, uh, green and black, a little brighter. Real simple, guys. Simple piece, simple piece. But this one is dedicated to a little baby girl. That didn't have to go out like that. Now, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna just a little bit. I'm gonna start me. I'm into shadows, so I'm gonna start with my shadow. Damn, I'm already at 20 minutes. I will cut this off in half an hour. I'm gonna take a little bit of dark color and kind of like come here and start doing some kind of like shadowy type stuff. A little shadow here, then a little shadow here. A little dark color. And if it's not showing up, you go even a little darker. Wipe the brush, see something like that. A little shadow, a little shadow, a little shadow here. So for this part, I want to take a little. I mean, a lot of people might say, "Oh, this guy's clickbaiting off of somebody's death." No, I'm not. I mean, this is coming from the heart. I mean, what's the most I get out of this? Couple of views? Like, give me a break. There's no need for me to clickbait anything. I'm an artist and I'm dedicating my craft to a good cause. I'm not asking for anything for this. I just want to dedicate. So now, what I'm gonna try to do is I need to try to brighten this little area up. But the key to doing that is having the right tool. You want a small brush. Just go straight into the white. A tiny bit of red. Straight into the white. Tiny bit of red. Kind of like I'm gonna try to show you guys what I'm trying to do. Something like this. That's a bit of white and red. I like come right here and do the same thing again. Come right here and do the same thing. A little bit of white. Come right here and do the same. Real simple ways. It's like the light parts, something like that, something like this. Simple. Sometimes the more simple, the better. Simple. Make sure your lines are not straight. Trying to give it that water look. You know what I mean? It's already coming to life. Now, let's add a little definition to. We're gonna add a little definition to this little area right here. So here's what we're gonna do. The best way to do this, I need a little bit of brown, a little bit of brown, just a tiny bit of brown. Make a little easy shoreline. Show you guys how to get that done. Take a little bit of brown, a little brown, a little bit of brown. Add some dark color. You can add some black to it if you want. And then we just gonna kind of like swipe it over to the side like that. Swipe it over to the side like that. Swipe it over to the side like that. See? See something that simple. Take a little bit of brown. See, I'm using a fan brush. We're gonna swipe it over to the side like this. Swipe it over to the side like that. Take some more brown. We know the shadow is right there, so we're gonna swipe it over. And if the brown is not showing up, I want to lighten it up a little bit. Add a little black to it. See, something like that. Now, very sensitive part. I'm almost done, y'all. I'm almost done. We're getting there. And once again, this one is dedicated to little baby girl. We're gonna add a little white to the stained brush, and we're gonna trace back our step. But let's start in this area first. Something like that. Okay, something like that. Okay, something like this. You're gonna wipe the brush. I'm gonna take a little bit of white with this little like a 1/4 inch flat brush. What you do is you take a little bit of white, and then you come here to swipe the, you swipe some lines for the shoreline or something like that. Swipe some lines for the shoreline. Just to see, swipe some white for the shoreline, something like that. Okay, see? Like that. And then swipe some lines for the shoreline, something like this. And you could even take some more white, and then you could fill this area in, just brighten this little whole area up. Brighten this whole area up, something like that. And take a tiny bit of white, and then you come here and add a little waves here and there. But let's not get too crazy with the waves, because now what I want to do is take a little bit of yellow. I'm gonna go back into my oval brush. Go back into my oval brush, right? Go back into my oval brush. Let's take some of that yellow. We're gonna load the brush up with the yellow, and then just grab a little tiny bit of white and kind of like something like this. Make like a sunny side with the grass. A little sunny side with the grass. A little sunny side with the grass. Want to make this bright and pleasant for our baby girl. Something like that. Then you go on the other side, you do the same thing. The good thing with pieces, all you got to do is talk it into existence. Imagine it and make it happen. See, something that simple. Something like that, and boom, just like that, it's already coming to life. You know. And once again, shout out to everyone who hit the like button. And all right, what are we gonna do? I should have made the take a little bit of. So what I'm gonna do is we're gonna keep it simple. I'm gonna use one of these brushes here. Maybe we could use this one. I'm gonna take a little bit of brown, just bring all the dark colors together, red, brown, whatever, even some a little bit of green, a little red, brown, green. See, just come in that area, and we're gonna, kind of like shoot right up with a tree, something like this, something to this effect. You don't be afraid, just get the tree done, something like that. A little shadow in there, a little shadow in there, right? Now here's the best part. It's best to get. It's always good to get that out the way immediately. You see how I just did that tree? Just take. I mean, if you want, you could take that same color and then just come in the bottom and kind of like this and do this. Kind of like imitate the shape. something like that. And then you take a flat brush, watch, take a flat brush, make sure it's clean, bang it up to loosen the bristles, and you just come down a little bit like that, see? Wipe it and come across. That's it. Now you got your reflection. Now for real simple, give me a second. Now I gotta clean some of the brush. You gotta keep up with your brush staying clean. You really gotta keep up with that. And then now watch what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a little bit of yellow, a little bit of yellow. If you want, you can add a little bit of red to it on one side, and then dip that into the white. This is the bright area. See, something like that. Now, before we finish with that tree, here's what we're gonna do. And then you're gonna take a fine brush, go into the white, add a little yellow to it. Into the white, add a little yellow, and then just come down and make like a little bark, tree bark, or something like that to this effect, something like this. And then go back into the green, a little detail here and there. See, something like that. Make it pretty, man. Once again, this one is dedicated to a little angel who didn't deserve what she she got. And come into the water. We're gonna keep it one tree because once again, I don't want to make this live too long. Who knows if they even gonna let me post this? See what I did? And I wipe the brush and lightly, real light, come across like that. Come across. Nice little reflection. Now, what I want to do now is I'm not gonna put anything on this side. So what I probably would do is we'll make like a dead tree, and I say that respectfully, something like that, real simple. Dead tree, dead tree. Then once again, you come into the bottom, so boom. Take your flat brush, and you move this water out the way. Flat brush. You see what I did? I come down, I distort the paint a little bit, and then come across just to give it that, like it's reflecting off the water. Guys, this from the heart, man, for real. This one dedicated to that little princess who didn't deserve to go out like that. And then you come here, little details here and there. Brighten up this whole entrance with a little detail here and there. Add that in the water too. This one didn't go up high enough, but we'll add a little bit here. Just a tiny bit. And once again, what I'm going to do now is let's work on that heart that I spoke about. I want that heart to look excellent. Clean the brush. I had 3 cups of water, so I saved the last clean cup of water for the heart. Take a little bit of white. Something real simple, guys. Something real simple. I mean, you could do a line like this, and then you could do it like that. You have to move it with confidence when you do this, so it could come out good. See something like that, heart. Once again, and then we can see the best part. Let's do a better job with this heart. There it is. I'm more confident with this. More confident with this. Little heart. And then we're gonna add that heart right in the water. But we're gonna do something special. Look, see? I'll do something special. Add that heart right in the water. Check it out. Well, first, what you could do is when you're doing the heart, the reflection of any type of shape like that in the water. First, you get the shape out the way, right? And then once you have the basic line for the shape, and then you could kind of like distort it. See how I have the reflection in the in the water. That looks nice. And then what you could do is once again have a clean brush, wash your brush. Give me 2 seconds because this means a lot to me. I'm gonna prepare my brush properly. Give me 2 seconds. I'm gonna bang this brush up and loosen all the bristles. You're gonna bring it down a little bit, then go across. See? Hey man, what color should we make the heart? I'm gonna make a golden heart. Maybe we could. I mean, we could. I'm gonna stick to the original idea. My original plan was just to add gold. I'm gonna add gold. Keep it real simple. Real simple. We'll figure out how we're gonna lay the gold out on this. See? A little gold heart. A little gold heart. I add the white for a reason. Yo, man, once this thing dries, it's gonna be real pretty, man. I'll post this up later on when I'm done. And then you come in the water, grab a little bit of that gold, add that in the water. Then take the excess paint off. Once again, you distort it a little bit. Wipe the brush and just like come across real soft. And you can even take a little bit more gold and then now you take the white because we're thinking about waves right now. Take the white and come across and fix some of those waves. Come across, fix some of those waves. And once again, guys, this little piece I wanted to dedicate to we could dedicate the to that little angel who made the transition that didn't deserve it. I mean, say what you want. This is from the heart, so I'm not asking for anything. Take a little purple. Take a little purple. Dress this heart up a little bit from this way. Purple. Take a little purple. Okay. Yeah, something just like that. It's a little purple heart. I wouldn't say purple heart, but I'm dedicating a little highlight. You see how I'm making like a distorted heart shape? See something in the bottom like that? Something like that in the water. And then in the middle we're gonna write RIP with that same purple. Wait, let's take a little bit of paint off. Man, I only have one shot to get this right. R R I Now, the key now is just to come in the water and kind of like with that same purple color, kind of like see if you could distort kind of like the R upside down, the I, and then you have the P. See something like that, and then the P. See something like this. Just add my initials, and then I'll post it later. Add my initials. I'm gonna use black because I'm thinking, when you go to a funeral, you wear black. So we're gonna skip the paint over right here. And I'm just gonna put my name in the bottom. Real simple. A F. Guys, man, once again, this is dedicated to little Ronnie. Let me move some stuff out the way so we could end the live with I mean, it went on longer than I anticipated. I wish I So once again, I would like to dedicate this. The RIP is backwards because I'm gonna have to flip the video around. The RIP is backwards. So here's what we're gonna do, cause let's do this right. I'm gonna take this, flip the camera, do like this, the camera. You see all the setup. Now you can see RIP. And once again, RIP to a little baby girl. I just wanted to dedicate my first YouTube tutorial to little Ronnie and his little angel. All right. Hey guys, one love and thanks for watching. And hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and come check out my platform for more content. All right. One love.